This is Mr. Beck.
You're Mysterio.
Cool name.
Stark chose you. We need an Avenger.
Awesome.
Mr. Stark trusted me. I'm not gonna let him down.
Let's go save the world, Spider-Man.
I've got this. I have a plan. First, for this class trip, I want to do something that's not on the itinerary. Second, I'm gonna tell MJ how I feel. I
am Spider-Man.
No, of course I'm not. Three, I kind of want to do something fun.
Don't do any of that.
Why?
Because we're gonna be bachelors in Europe. And Europeans love Americans.
Really?
Spider-Man.
What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Spider-Man Far From Home. So there is some new footage to go over. There is a white Spider-Man logo trailer to go over. Then we're going to go over a theory towards the end of the video. So we are just over 2 weeks away from this movie coming out. It comes out on July the 2nd, which is 2 weeks this coming Tuesday. So as we know, the main press junket, there's loads of people flying over from America to attend the press junket this coming week in England. So that'd be pretty cool. So there's going to be loads of interviews and stuff appearing online. We will keep you up to date with all of them. So if you do want to win tickets to go and watch this movie for yourself, all you got to do is subscribe to the channel with notification on and let me know down below. What are you expecting from this movie? And remember, guys, the giveaways on this channel are 100% real. That is 100% real on this channel. The giveaways are real. What I always do is tag the winner once they've received the prize on my community tab and Instagram stories, just so you guys can see the competitions are real. And also subscribe to the channel. We are so close to hitting 100,000 subscribers. Well, not really, but we're getting closer. So a few days ago, there was a new trailer that came out that didn't really reveal much. That is why I've held off and tagged it with a theory video. So we get to see new footage. So when Spider-Man jumps away from Happy Hogan in what can be perceived as a jump ship or something like that, I don't know officially what they're calling it, we get to see a white Spider-Man looking logo appear. Now, this doesn't really mean anything to me. It could just be a white Spider-Man suit, or it could be Gwen Stacy. There is a rumor going around, we've already covered it on this channel, that the actor that plays Sabrina in the Netflix hit show is going to be playing Gwen Stacy in the future. As we know, this movie is a Sony movie. Gwen Stacy is a spin-off animated series that they're making of the Spider-Verse in the Sony animated universe that they will be making. So maybe this is an Easter egg towards them doing that. I really do think at some point they will introduce Gwen Stacy into the MCU. If it doesn't happen in this actual movie, it's just a cheeky little Easter egg. You know, Easter eggs are absolutely everywhere. People are still finding Avengers EndGame Easter eggs to the current day, even though the movie's been out and people watch it over 20 times. People are still either finding these Easter eggs or making Easter eggs up. You know how the internet works. So that is a pretty cool thing in this new TV spot, but I didn't feel like it sanctioned a whole video. So we already know there's a lot of spoilers out there for careful for spoilers. The social embargo will be lifted this week, so careful for spoilers. There's already a big spoiler out there about the post-credit scene. Careful with spoilers. If you don't want to know, click out now or else I'll ruin your life. So we do know they are building up to Norman Osborn turning the Avengers Tower, aka the Tony Stark Tower that got destroyed in Avengers 3 and 4, into the Oscorp Tower, which is very interesting. But what is interesting about all these reports about this is everyone's speaking like it's gospel that Green Goblin's coming. Not really. We're going to break this down properly. So the information out there from people that watch the movie is just Norman Osborn's coming. That does not mean they're going to jump straight into Green Goblin. I believe the Green Goblin storyline will come at some point in Marvel's next phase of movies, not the current phase. So when we get to phase 4, if they call it phase 4, because remember they wrapped up the Infinity Saga and called it the Infinity Saga, not the end of phase 3. So phase 3, Spider-Man Far From Home, is going to be the epilogue of phase 3. So it's going to wrap it up and it's going to boot start Phase 4. So essentially why they've done that is because apparently Norman Osborn is going to be a big part of multiple movies, not just the Spider-Man franchise, which is very interesting. Now, this is where we get onto the future of the MCU, because it's very, very freaking interesting. So, arguably, Daredevil, for me, is the greatest comic book show ever, and Netflix sadly pulled that. They pulled Jessica Jones. The most recent season was pretty decent. The ending was pretty cool. Won't spoil it if you haven't seen it yet. And then we have Luke Cage. We have Iron Fist. That they had so much potential, but they got rid of it. So maybe this is a case that they pull in these shows because, you know, Netflix likes to own their own properties. Marvel can use these characters in the MCU or movies, or they could use it in their own streaming service in the future. They'd have to wait 2 to 3 years, but they could be building up something crazy. We could have the likes of Kingpin in Spider-Man universe at some point. As we know, I've done multiple videos already saying they're going to introduce the Spideyverse into Spider-Man Far From Home, because they did mention the multiverse. So we could have Miles Morales, we could have obviously Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man from a different universe, you know, a similar storyline that we got into Spideyverse, which won so many freaking awards. So I think Spider-Man could be the grounding of the future of Marvel from the street level point of view. And some of the potential leaks do say that, but like I say, guys, you can't really call leak like a new. I don't tend to title things with news in the title, because it's not news unless it's come from Kevin Feige, Bob Iger, someone official at Marvel. So it's just rumors, but that would be pretty cool. So you can tell on the title that I am theorizing that potentially Johnny Storm, played by my boy Zac Efron, who I fan cast for literally everyone. But Warstu, you said he was Adam Warlock yesterday. Yep, he literally could be Adam Warlock. He could be anyone. That's the beautiful thing about having a YouTube channel where you can discuss your ideas, your own theories and stuff like that. I think Zac Efron could play anyone. But I did come across this fantastic fan art of Zac Efron in the Fantastic Four suit as Johnny Storm. So credit to whoever it is. I tried to find it on Instagram. The image appeared on Instagram, but I couldn't find the artist. So if you know who it is, tag the artist, please, in the video down below. But yeah, essentially what could happen is that we know the multiverse is coming to the MCU, and that is why everything is going to be different. Now, some people seem to think there's going to be 2 different timelines during the MCU in Phase 4. I can't really get behind that idea, because we know they're doing prequel movies like the Black Widow movie, and that isn't an alternate timeline. That's just a past movie, prequel movie in between. Obviously, it's after Civil War, before Infinity War. So there is a lot of people trying to say there's going to be 2 different timelines running. I don't think Marvel would do that. Why? Because this might annoy you guys, but Marvel movies are generally made for kids, because every Marvel movie has to be understood by a 12 to 15-year-old, if not younger. So if they do this split universe, split reality, that's going to be complicated enough for the core of the teenage audience, because yes, Marvel movies are loved by adults and really old people and stuff, but at the end of the day, they'd make the movies 15s if they weren't catered for kids. So you got to look at it from a domestically, how much money can they make point of view. So what essentially we're saying here is Johnny Storm could already be cast in the MCU, but Warstu, they said they're not going to use the X-Men for 5 years. They did say that. They never said anything about Fantastic Four. Now, the report about there being a Fantastic Four movie coming out in 2022, I still think that's fake and fabricated and fake news, so to speak, because the source realistically didn't have any info where you can say, oh, right, yeah, there's some validity there. But I think they could tag something on in the movie where Johnny Storm comes through and he's like, Peter Parker, I need your help. I need you to help me save the Fantastic Four. We're from Earth X, blah, blah, blah. And then Spider-Man's like, you're from a different Earth? Just like Quentin Beck, aka Mysterio, is meant to be. So the fact they are introducing the multiverse gives a channel like me that is built around theory videos. Literally, most of my videos are theories when they're not based around like Reddit stuff. But I really do like theory videos. So someone could come through the multiverse at the end of the movie. Now, I know this isn't actually going to happen. I just think the prospect of a member of the Fantastic Four coming through like Johnny Storm saying, yo, Peter, we need your help. It would be so cool, because then that could tee up a Fantastic Four storyline for 4 to 5 years in the future. Yes, it doesn't have to be someone like Zac Efron. It literally could be CGI graphics, built graphics, where like a visual attribute just appears on the screen and says he needs their help, and then Spider-Man could cross over into another movie. It would be pretty interesting, but I don't know if they would do that. But like I said, guys, in the title, it is a theory video, and I think it is interesting. Let me know what you actually think about Johnny Storm appearing in Spider-Man Far From Home or Spider-Man 3. Because as we know, the deal is for 6 movies, 3 solo movies and 3 team-up movies. So essentially, Spider-Man 3 will be coming. And the fact that Norman Osborn is being introduced into the MCU tells me they've already renegotiated a deal and Spider-Man will stay in the MCU for many, many years. It literally makes no sense for Sony to take over because they're doing pretty well already without Sony having to make the movies. They just license it, distribute it, and they own the rights to Spider-Man in the movies. So it makes no sense. So I'm pretty confident Spider-Man is sticking around in the MCU and he will be the face of Marvel going forward alongside Captain Marvel, because you know the scene in EndGame where she's like, yo, Peter, you got something for me? That's such a funny line. And then obviously there's all the memes online with the pizza box to say, yeah, I've got a pizza for you. So freaking funny. And also let me know, does the white spider logo appear? Is that hinting that Gwen Stacy is coming? Because she is a very popular character. We know Marvel's trying to push females inside the MCU. What better way than introduce the first female Spidey character into the MCU? It would be fantastic if that is the way they are going. Like I said, I can't really see Gwen Stacy appearing because it would be very, very hard for someone to be cast as Gwen Stacy and someone to shoot a lot of stuff without someone getting intel, like unless it was pure CGI and it was done from a different studio this side of the world. But I don't know, guys. We're just talking theories here like we do every single freaking day. So like always, guys, let me know down below what you think. Let me know, are you going to go watch Spider-Man Far From Home? If you do want to enter the competition, all you're going to do is follow the rules at the start of the video. Hopefully, we'll get to go watch this movie early. But obviously, like always, if I do get to watch it early, I will report the review as soon as possible. Like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you very much for all the positivity, even if you are negative. But like I say, guys, if you are negative, don't just troll, be constructive. If you're going to be a troll, be a constructive troll. Like always, guys, and also, if you can find out who this art is that made the Johnny Storm Fantastic Four of Zac Efron, I would love to know, because that is awesome. I'd love to talk to the person that made that image. It's pretty cool. But anyway, guys, I'll catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.